My site was at Coalition for Kids, working with Kid City. This agency helps provide a safe, fun, and active environment for all kids in various situations. It is a Christian organization, so they do have Bible study activities. They are heavily focused on helping kids with their schoolwork because they may not receive that attention at home. I was surprised to find out that there is only one Coalition for Kids program in Tennessee, but they do have various buses that go and pick up and drop off kids to their program. But they are also trying to expand an organization to Washington County because I feel like it will greatly benefit others who aren't able to reach that one location. But the problem I wanted to focus on today during this presentation was that while at my time at Coalition for Kids, I noticed and watched the staff repeatedly tell kids to stand in a straight line and be completely quiet, which is nearly impossible to get both at the same time, and it rarely occurs. And after repeated demands, I've watched kids get irritated, seeing numerous eye rolls, and just an uncaring attitude showing their hostile and withdrawn behavior. This authoritarian teaching style presentation focuses on aspects outside the classroom, such as silencing children to stand in a straight line in the halls or at lunch. I feel that when kids know the reason why they have to be quiet, it's easier to calm them down and get them to where they need to be. Such as in a classroom, they understand the meaning for them to be quiet, but it's harder to achieve that same reaction outside of the established environment. I feel like it's sometimes some of the teachers wanting to have power over the children than for an actual beneficial reason, just from things I have observed. I deem as long as the kids are somewhat in the line and not all the way outside or acting up, it should be okay. Like, not if the kids are like all the way across the room or like being completely loud and obnoxious for no reason. Even if it's a wavy line but still intact, I feel like it should be okay. Because the being completely quiet issue is overrated. Even in college, I've been in rooms with adults and professors still talking amongst each other when someone else of a higher status asks for our full attention. Although I definitely understand this type of leadership is mandatory in some situations with kids, but I feel most is just unnecessary, such as when it comes to getting children to sit or stand in a straight line and being completely quiet, considering they are kids with tons of energy, being that most have just gotten out of school from sitting around all day and being talked at with tons of built up energy. An authoritarian vision can still be maintained efficiently without such forced expression. I have personal experience with this because while in middle school, this one teacher would make us walk up and down the halls repeatedly until we were completely quiet. Even though I was always quiet inside and outside of the class during that time, it was an approach that punished the whole instead of the few. And since it was impossible to get everybody to participate and be quiet all at once and walk peacefully down the hallway, it was mostly just a task we did until it was time to go inside because it didn't really do anything. And I thought this process was unnecessary and stupid today. It didn't do anything but waste time and create irritation and hostility among kids. Considering there are different personalities and difficulties among kids, I think there should be different approaches to reaching these goals. Considering we use different approaches now when dealing with kids individually, because with most kids we know we can't just yell at them and they'll listen. And after various activities, it's hard to get kids to completely settle down within 2 minutes and when they're already full of energy. And depending on the individual's child's living environment, they may be the only child in the home and have no way to release energy, and Coalition for Kids is the only environment they have that they can do peacefully. On a positive note, since summer is coming, the kids will get to spend a lot of time outside and on field trips that also involve outside activities to help release their energy and to allow them to run around and have a little bit of fun. But overall, I do think this program is fantastic, and to me it seems like the kids are well connected with each other and get along well, majority of the time, depending on their mood. And they have created great bonds with each other as long as stronger bonds with the staff, which I think is very beneficial.